Hello, 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 my beautiful Tauruses. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. How y'all feeling? How you doing? Y'all doing all right today? How y'all doing, my beautiful Tauruses? I love you guys. Happy Monday, Monday. Thank you all that hung out with me on Sunday on live. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. Listen, I'm not gonna hold you long. I love you guys, but let's get into it, okay, baby? Let's wrap it. Let's get into it. Spirit guys, this is for my beautiful, beautiful Tauruses. Yeah. Let's see what's in your energy. Thank y'all so much for your beautiful energy. Thank you so much for your like, share. Thank you so much for trusting me in your energy. I love you guys. I do. I do. I really do. Oh, thank y'all so much. Happy Monday. No Monday. Monday. Okay. Monday, Monday. All right. Let's see. Spirit guys, it's for Taurus. What's in the energy for Taurus? Let's see what's in your energy. Okay. It's something you need to look in the mirror about yourself. Okay. Okay. A lot of you have done a lot of work on yourself. Okay. You have gained a lot of wisdom about yourself. Okay. I feel like some of you have completed a cycle of shadow work, mirror work. Okay. You've gained a lot of wisdom. Okay. I feel like a lot of y'all are in the energy of just realizing who you really are, realizing what your value is, seeing yourself, loving all of you, your flaws and all. You know, when you look in the mirror at yourself, you got to love yourself. You have to learn how to trust and love you. And I feel like a lot of you have gained a lot. This Virgo card is the wisdom card. Okay. This Virgo card has gained a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge over the years of finding out a lot about you. Okay. I am also picking up the energy is that, you have a lot to offer now. You know what I'm saying? You have a lot to offer. You are not settling, okay? You're stable minded. You know what you're worth. You know what your value is with the Page of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. You know your worth, okay? And it's like, can't nobody come up to you any kind of way half stepping. The offer has to be real. The offer has to be on point. The offer got to be offering, okay? Before you did not see your value, okay? Before who you used to be, you did not see your value. You didn't see who you were because you were struggling with the internal side of yourself. You were struggling with that reflection of you. You did not love yourself like you love yourself now. So you struggled with that, but you gained the wisdom and the light and you learned about yourself and you figured it out. You figured it out. You became stable. You became more confident in who you were, who you are. Okay, you started healing. You started doing the mirror work. You started doing the shadow work, trusting yourself, loving yourself through your flaws and all. That's what it's about. Learning yourself through your flaws and all. Accepting who you are through your flaws and all. I ain't perfect, Miss Positive Thoughts of Energy, but I'm perfect for me. I'm perfect for me. I may not be perfect for somebody else, but I'm perfectly made for me. And you learn how to love you. So now it's like the offer of anyone that's coming into your life, it has to off. It has to be the offer gotta be offering. It got to be. Because you're not settling anymore. That's what that's about. Offer me stability, what you got going for yourself. Okay, offering. Okay? It's like you're not settling with any half offer. It's like if a man asks a woman what you bring to the table, I am the table. I am the table. The fork, the knife, the chairs, you name it. I'm the table. Okay? Learning to stand in your power, learning who you are. I am the table. Because you're going to eat at this table. So any man that asks you what, or anybody asks you women what you bring to the table. You say, I am that table. Okay? Now, men, if a woman asks you what you got to bring to the table, you ask her, where is her table at? You ask her, where your table? See, let's reverse the roles here. Women, when a man asks you what you got to bring to the table, say, I am the table. Men, when a woman asks you what you got to bring to the table, say, where is your table? Because a lot of women that ask men where they got what they got, they ain't even got it. Checkmate, baby. Checkmate on their asses. I'm just saying. So, it's like you have so much to offer now. You're confident. It's like your value, who you are, done skyrocket. Okay? Because you had to look in the mirror and you had to do some work on yourself. And you had to start trusting yourself. Yeah, you had to go into deep thinking and really, really learn a lot. You know, with this hangman clarifying this Queen of Swords here, honey. You had to do a lot of enlightenment on yourself. That shadow work, that mirror work, baby. You had to start seeing yourself and realize that, you know what? A person gonna treat me how I treat me. A person gonna treat me how I allow them to treat me. Tell me more, Spirit. Yeah. You got the Hermit card clarifying the Hermit card. I love this deck. I love this deck, baby. Do I love this deck? You got the Hermit card, and you're like, well, what's the difference? The Hermit card clarifying the Hermit card. You had no wisdom about yourself. You didn't love yourself. See, this light is out. You didn't know what love was. Love, yeah, everybody could say, I love me. Yeah, I love who I am. You didn't deeply love yourself. You didn't have the wisdom to know who you were. See, you didn't have the wisdom. It's clarifying this. You didn't have the wisdom. Now you have the wisdom. You know who you are. You standing on it, and you ain't backing down. Do you not know that confidence is the most attractive thing, the most attractive feature, characteristic in your body is having confidence and not needing validations. I don't need 1,000 likes because you're already validating yourself. So in a period of time of learning who you were, because you didn't know who you were, you didn't love yourself, because if you loved yourself, you wouldn't allow the things to happen to you with these relationships, so-called relationships, and family that hurt you, you know, friends that cheated and lied, and backbiters and stabbed you in the back type of stuff. You didn't have the knowledge. See, this Hermit card is sitting here and the light is not on. The light is not on. There. Knowledge. So Spirit Guides, God had to put you by yourself for you to gain the wisdom about you. You can't change, like the Bible says. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. You can't change everything about it. Some things it's just who you are. To accept the things you cannot change, but to change the things you can, and the wisdom to know the difference. That's what it's all about. And you gained the wisdom and you stood up. You see how you was once down? And you stood up and you started believing in yourself, and you started speaking life into yourself, and you started doing your affirmations, and you started meditating, and you started building yourself back up, and you started finding power within you, and then you started finding the strength in you, and you started walking in confidence, and you stopped tiptoeing around, and you stopped doing all those things that cause people to think that you were weak when you were weak. At one point in time in your life, you were weak. But you gain the strength and the knowledge and the wisdom to know the difference, that if I don't love me completely, if I don't love me completely, nobody else will. Yeah. Judgment. Clarifying the Page of Pentacles. You had to do soul searching. You had to do soul searching. You had to up your value of who you were. Now it's like, when you step to me, you're going to have to step to me correctly. And it's not that you are all above here, above there, but you ain't the same person you used to be. Now you got to offer something to me besides your money or your in-betweenie. You got to offer something real to me. Because I ain't opening up thee to nobody. Yeah, that part. Whoever this is, they got to offer more to you now. Whoever these people, whoever come into your life now, have to offer you, have to have some substance about themselves. They got to offer you. Okay, they got to have value. Because you know who you are. You are of substance and value now. That at one point in time in your life, you was not. Told you gained the strength. You know who you are. You know who you are, baby. You had to build that confidence back into you. Where you were once broken. Once suppressed down with relationships or family, whoever that broke your self-esteem down. But you rose above. You got your confidence back. You got your confidence back. Bam. You're stable-minded. You're healed. You're coming from a place of stableness. Yes, you are. That is you. I am who I am, that I am now. I am he, I am her, I am thee. Because I love me. Bam. Emotions and all. Emotional balance. You had to learn how to balance your emotions. You had to learn how to start to think logical and not to put so much emotions into someone that's not putting into you. You had to find balance in yourself. You had to learn how to emotion balance, because a lot of you, judgment. You had to balance out your emotions. You had to do a lot of healing, where you were once naked. Where you was once stripped naked with your feelings, because a lot of you were stripped naked because you wore your feelings on your sleeve. So you were opened, vulnerable, open. See how this person's so open? You were opened. Open to the narcissist. You were opened. Now, you are in this star card of balance. Not giving all your cup out. Yeah. When it comes down to lovers, people that you love, okay, people that has disappointed you. Learning to balance yourself with being vulnerable, being stripped naked of who you are, with being an empath, or just being very compassionate, caring, and loving, and just putting all your feelings out on the table, all out excuse me, confirmation, all out on the table. See that card? Pouring all your cup out on the table. On the table. When it comes down to somebody that you thought loved you, or family that you thought loved you, mama, daddy that you thought loved you, brother, sister, whoever, best friend, it don't matter. Learned a lot about yourself, didn't you? Now you're in the energy of the Three of Wands. You learned a lot about yourself. You'd be surprised how much we learn about ourselves, right? In the Three of Wands now. Very selective of who I let in my energy. That's what the Three of Wands is. Looking ahead, being very selective, looking for the emperor, looking for somebody of substance, that is in control of their emotions, physically, mentally, all of the. You're being very selective about meeting that one, that emperor or that empress. Very selective. Because what your past taught you is you got to be confident and stand in your power. And it taught you that if you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. It taught you a lot. Your past taught you a lot, Taurus. Taught you a lot. If you don't stand for something and stop standing butt naked and giving all your out. If you don't stand for something, you're going to fall for everything. Anything that somebody spit to you, you're going to fall for it. You learned that the past that you lived and looking back on the nostalgia of how people stripped you naked because of your kindness. How people stripped you naked because of your vulnerability. They stripped you naked. Now you are looking out on the horizon and you said it's got to be an emperor or empress of value and substance. I am no longer looking at how he look, how she look. I'm looking at how you gonna treat me. I want to see your character. I want to see your moon sign. I want to see what you made of, makeup of. Yeah. No more tricksters, mask wearing, trying to get over on me because I love who I am, Taurus says. The tricksters, the mask, getting over. Deception, lying, lies, relationships, marriages, friendship, whatever ship. Wearing mask. Wearing mask. Only to strip me butt naked in vulnerability. Wearing mask. Yeah, that's what they did to me, Taurus says. They wore masks, pretend that they loved me and wanted this and wanted that. And you just stripped me of my innocence because I am a person of compassion and love, and I care about what happens to people, and I'm a giver, but I no longer will let anyone strip me of my vulnerability anymore, because I realize that if I don't see in me what I need to fix, this is going to continue to happen to me. Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady. I ain't in a hurry, Taurus says. I'm not in a hurry. Slow and steady, baby. Slow and steady. Okay? Yeah, let's take it slow and steady. You learn to balance yourself and you ain't jumping in with your feelings first. Because you know what that'll get you. All those calm, charming men and women and all that Knight of Cups in the reverse line just to get in my punani or my boxers, or just to play on my intelligence and just to kill, just to mess with my kindness and my gullibility, my innocence. When all you was trying to do was silence me in my own energy. You was trying to silence me. You tried to break me down, and you tried to shut me up, and I really let you break my insecurities down, my self-esteem down. Okay, because I didn't really fully love me, didn't know who I was. But try me now. Taurus say, try me now. I dare you, I double dare you to try me now. Because you gain the wisdom and the knowledge to know the difference, that you are who you are. You ain't stepping down or backing down for nobody else. If you don't like who I am, that's your problem. Now you're balanced. Two of Pentacles, balancing that emotion side of you. Resilience, Nine of Wands, standing. Okay, guarded, resilience, standing in your power. Posted up, looking out. I see you. Taurus says, I see you. Anything else, Spirit? Yeah, I see you. Ace of Swords, clarity. Taurus see you because Taurus has healed. Healed that side of Taurus, male or female. It doesn't matter. Please come in and reverse the roles. Take them as they are. Reverse them. Okay. Ace of Swords, clarity, the truth. You see now. You have a different set of glasses on. You see clearly. That's why you walk away. That's why you walked away. Okay, you gain a lot of clarity from walking away from people, places that did not see your value because you didn't see your value. And it's like, if you want to walk, Taurus says to cross watchers, if you want to walk, let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Okay? Taurus no longer running behind anybody. Taurus say, see you later, bye. If you want to walk, go. Because I will not belittle myself anymore, because Taurus says, I love me unconditionally. You are not the same person you used to be. You've made a total transformation of yourself. Like I said, Taurus say, try me. Try me. Boom. Defensive. Try me. Boom. Defensive. Try me now. Oh, you ready up posted. I ain't the same person no more. I ain't the same person I used to be. Gullible, vulnerable, low self-esteem, blah, 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 blah. What? Seven of what wands? Try me now. Try Taurus now. So that's why you had to do a lot of work on yourself, and now you know exactly what you're looking for. You know exactly the type of man or type of woman that you're looking for. You know exactly, and you're being very selective, particular about who you let into your life. Because if they don't got nothing to bring to the table, you ain't showing yours. Until next time.